It is officially day one of the historic strike between the UAW and the Big Three. Thousands walked off the job at midnight after negotiations failed. That includes UAW Local 12 members here in Toledo. More than 5,000 workers at the Stellantis Toledo Assembly Complex are on strike. We've been speaking to workers about what they're asking for.
We have a few other things that we want them to address, such as a pension increase and the fact that we gave away income during the when the company went bankrupt. The union gave up benefits, and we would like to retain some of those benefits through this new contract.
The UAW is holding a stand-up strike. That means only certain workers are taking the picket line. The rest will continue working under expired contracts. UAW National President Shawn Fain says he plans to call more workers at different facilities to strike in the future to make a bigger impact on the Big Three. Well, the UAW is negotiating better benefits for members, like an increase to their pay and restoration of pensions for new hires. They also want 40% pay raises and a 32-hour work week with pay for 40 hours. Andre Norrells joins us live at the picket line. Andre, what are you hearing from these striking members tonight?
Well, Dan, I spoke to Jeep. I'm here at the Jeep Assembly Plant in North Toledo. How y'all feeling out here? Feeling good? Well, they have lots of excitement. Many of them told me that they agree with what the union leadership is asking for, but some have a different opinion.
They want to have us work 32-hour work weeks but get paid for 40. That doesn't make sense. I don't know what we're arguing for.
That's how Brandon Hasselbart feels about the UAW asking for 4-day work weeks. He thinks it would be great, but doesn't think Stellantis will budge. But others want UAW to continue fighting for this benefit.
I like to see my kids, I like to see my wife, I like to be able to have time to relax and do stuff outside of work.
Michael Moundragon feels working for 32 hours a week would be great for him and his family.
And that's the main goal of that, is so we can have a nice life outside of this place.
And his coworker agrees.
We need this right here.
Yeah, we do.
Saying the change will allow more flexibility in his schedule.
Now it's up to us, our discretion, if you want to have overtime or not. You know, don't make overtime mandatory.
Duan Battle feels he's overworked, but says others have it worse.
They're still temps, still getting paid, don't get the same benefits as the full-time, and that's unfair.
Part of what UAW is asking from the Big Three is more limits on temp workers.
These guys work hard as us, if not harder.
That's the case for Hasselbart.
I do the same exact job at the same exact quality every single day, and I don't understand what the difference in pay is.
Hasselbart says his wage is currently capped out at around $19 an hour. According to him, that's $12 to $15 less than his coworkers.
Stellantis has plenty of money to go around. I don't know why they're being so stingy with it.
He also says he gets less benefits, like healthcare coverage.
That's why I'm ready to just walk out at this point if nothing changes.
Now back to the 32-hour work week. Some members told me they'd be willing to work 50 hours per week with weekends off. They say they don't get that right now. They told me right now they're required to work 6 days per week at 10 hours per day, with Sundays being optional. Reporting in North Toledo, Andre Norrells, WTOL 11.
Andre, thank you. Now, right now, some state and local officials are standing in solidarity with union workers. That includes Lucas County Commissioner Lisa Sebecki. She joined UAW Local 12 members on the picket line today, showing her support.
You know, we need to send the message is you don't mess with our Jeep workers. You don't mess with the UAW. These folks have been working hard. They've been hoping that their leadership would step up. But no, what they've done is they've taken their bonuses and said, hey, we're better than you.
It's not just workers in Toledo. UAW members in Missouri and Michigan are also on strike. This is a look at them on the picket lines. In Missouri, that includes workers with the GM Wentzville Assembly Plant. Michigan, it's the Ford Michigan Assembly Plant in Wayne. They've been out there since midnight, staying throughout the day. The UAW and Big Three are expected to resume negotiations tomorrow. UAW leadership did not hold any talks at the bargaining table today. Instead, they focused their attention on the members of the picket line. Union President Shawn Fain held a rally in Detroit tonight to talk about how to support workers. U.S. Senator Bernie Sanders joined in. He says that while talk is that a strike will be bad for the economy, people should be focused on the UAW members who are struggling.
Well, let me tell you something about the economy. When you have auto workers who cannot afford to buy the cars they make, that is bad for the economy.
Tonight's rally lasted for hours with people wearing red to show solidarity with the UAW. The Big Three shared their thoughts on the UAW's decision to strike. Stellantis says it was extremely disappointed by the UAW leadership refusal to engage in a responsible manner to reach a fair agreement. Ford said the UAW didn't get a real counterproposal to them just until a few hours before the last night deadline. And GM says, quote, "We are disappointed by the UAW leadership's actions despite the unprecedented economic package GM put on the table." Be sure to find all our continuing coverage online. We'll bring you latest in negotiations when contracts expire tonight. Find reaction from the Big Three, union leadership and members, and the community here in Northwest Ohio and Southeast Michigan at WTOL.com.